An employee at a Kentucky Dairy Queen was stabbed multiple times yesterday. What we know about that case coming up. Plus, officials say the war in Gaza could last through the end of the year. We'll take a look at the global fallout from what many are calling the Tent Massacre.
And it feels more like March on this May afternoon, but warmer weather is ahead. Those details coming up as Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Heavy fighting is reported in the Gaza border city of Rafah. Israel's military says it has seized control of the entire length of Gaza's border with Egypt. As the Israeli offensive expands, we are learning more about the use of American-made weapons by Israel's military. CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb has the story.
Running for their lives from Rafah's Emirati hospital, as Israel announced it has operational control of the Philadelphia corridor, a narrow strip between the border with Gaza and Egypt, believed to be an area with Hamas tunnels. The move follows Sunday's airstrike on the Tel al-Sultan camp, which triggered global outrage. After 45 people were killed and hundreds wounded, many burned beyond recognition.
Following the strike,
the Israeli military said the strike targeted 2 senior Hamas commanders and was carried out using munitions with small warheads containing 17 kilos of explosives. Images gathered from the blast site show the remnants of what 3 independent weapons experts told CBS News is an American-made GBU-39 warhead with a payload of 17 kilos. All 3 agreed the distinctive shape of the GBU-39, especially its tail, helped them identify the remains, and that the clearly identifiable serial number or cage code on this specific munition traced it to a California-based weapons manufacturer. Mothers of Israeli troops took to the streets of Tel Aviv to demand an end to the war, following the killings of 6 soldiers in Gaza this week, saying Prime Minister Netanyahu had blood on his hands.
The government doesn't care. They don't care for the lives of the hostages, and they don't care for the lives of the soldiers.
and Israel's national security advisor has warned the war in Gaza could now last through to the end of the year, as the Biden administration, the main supplier of weapons to the Israeli army, comes under increasing pressure to restrict the flow of arms to Israel as the civilian death toll in Gaza continues to rise. Imtiaz Tayeb, CBS News, East Jerusalem.
The Justice Department announced the arrest of an alleged Chinese cybercrime ringleader. 35-year-old Yun Wang was arrested in Singapore. Millions of dollars in sports cars and real estate were seized during a raid on a global cyber criminal network which defrauded the U.S. government out of billions of dollars. Yesterday, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland spoke about the arrest.
We allege that Wong created and disseminated malware to compromise more than 19 million unique IP addresses, including more than 613,000 in the United States. He then made more than $99 million, selling cyber criminals access to his network of hijacked devices.
According to the Departments of Justice and Treasury officials, fraudsters used the botnet to submit tens of thousands of fake applications for federal relief during the coronavirus pandemic. The cyber criminal conduct led to a loss of about $5.9 billion. Federal lawmakers are pressing the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate the oil industry for alleged collusion and price fixing. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and nearly 24 Senate Democrats sent a letter to the DOJ pointing to allegations against a Texas oil tycoon. Earlier this month, the Federal Trade Commission accused Scott Sheffield of trying to collude with OPEC and its allies to keep oil supply artificially low. A bipartisan pair of U.S. senators is pressuring the Biden administration to do more to crack down on how drug cartels use cryptocurrency to traffic fentanyl. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bill Cassidy have asked for information on specific actions the administration has taken regarding crypto's role in the fentanyl trade. They are also asking what metrics the administration uses to measure success.
We are tracking some awesome weather across the region to go into this Thursday afternoon and enjoy it though, because rain chances are not too far away as we go into this weekend. Let's take a live look though from the London Corbin Airport, and you can see a few peaks of sunshine, also some very comfortable weather up to 75 degrees over at the airport right now. Some of us though in the 60s on this May afternoon, up to 68 here in Perry County, up to 69 for Pikeville, 66 over in Wise, Virginia at this hour. So we are below average, and once again, by this weekend, that warmer weather is set to return. But for now, we are enjoying some nice weather under some sunshine, all thanks to high pressure. And this weather system will bring some more cool and calm conditions to go into your Thursday evening. Those lows in the upper 40s to lower 50s, a first alert for possibly that light jacket as you wake up and walk out the door on your Friday. One more dry day on the way tomorrow. But again, that moisture is set to increase to go into this weekend. Some good news, though, we have no severe weather issues this weekend, but we are tracking some off and on showers. More details on those rain chances coming up in just a few minutes. Stay with us. More mountain news first at 4 after this break.